All right, really quick intro there. We are going live because we have a considerable tag severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for the southern portion of Berrien County here. Again, this is a considerable tag severe thunderstorm warning. That's that middle tier of severe thunderstorm warnings listed there on your screen. For 70 mile per hour wind gusts, anywhere from 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts, as well as up to quarter size in diameter hailstones. And this is in effect for the next 1 hour and 3 minutes. So just over an hour here. Again, new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for southern Berrien County. Southern portions of Berrien County here as these storms move on shore. Go ahead and put this in a loop here, and we can see how this has evolved over about the last 20 minutes or so. We can see these radar indicated velocities. Oops, didn't mean to do that. We got some 60s in here. And as these, again, we don't have the greatest radar coverage here, so as these move into more of a better radar coverage area here, we'll get a better idea of what we're looking at for velocities here. The northern Indiana radar site is showing elevated velocities well above the surface, probably at about 8,000 feet or greater here, over 80 miles per hour. Okay, so I am not going to totally rule out a destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Berrien County. I think they will feel pretty comfortable leaving this considerable tag severe thunderstorm warning up, but we do have velocities over 80 miles per hour. There's an 82 mile per hour velocity there just to the south of New Buffalo. Okay, these storms are moving off to the southeast, generally east, but a little bit southeast as well. So we'll go ahead and put a cone on these winds here. These are moving at about 45 miles per hour. So New Buffalo in 15 minutes, Michiana in 14 minutes, Grand Beach in 15 minutes. Those are some of the major cities here in Michigan. So Michiana Shores is right here, New Buffalo, Three Oaks, Galion, and then into the far northern portion of northwest Indiana. You guys are going to be facing some very strong winds, possibly up to or over 70 miles per hour. Again, radar is showing some velocities in excess of 80 miles per hour as these storms move on shore here. So in the next 10 to 15 minutes, New Buffalo, Michigan, Michiana Shores, Three Oaks, and Galion along the US 12 and I-94 corridor here, you guys are under the gun for some very, very strong wind gusts. Again, these are considerable tag severe thunderstorm warnings, which is that middle category there for damaging wind gusts between 70 and 80 miles per hour. We also have a threat for large hail up to 1 inch or quarter size in diameter. Yeah, Jeff, we're really glad the severe weather up here is over as well. One thing also to keep an eye on is we do have some additional thunderstorms developing up here just offshore of Muskegon. Not seeing any lightning yet with those up until this very last scan here. But these thunderstorms are developing along this outflow boundary, and as they continue to push inland, we could see some scattered showers and thunderstorms impact areas generally south of Muskegon. Again, we talked about this in our brief live stream earlier. These are not expected to be strong or severe, but given the instability in the area, they could briefly become strong to severe, but they will not be as widespread or as long-lived as they were earlier. Aaron, yep, the storms here that are filling in will probably impact Kalamazoo. I can't promise you that they'll be strong to severe, but this activity is moving towards Kalamazoo. So again, our primary focus right now is going to be on this line as it now approaches the lakeshore there near New Buffalo. Again, so these are your light blues there on the scale at the top of your screen there, and they're showing radar indicated velocities over 75 miles per hour. Again, not going to totally rule out a destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning here that may clip the far southwestern portion of Berrien County there. So New Buffalo, Three Oaks, anywhere south of there. If you live anywhere in here, on Wilson Road, on West Forest Lawn Road, on South Bashwood Road, okay, Basswood, excuse me. Anywhere south of the US 12 corridor there, also known as Pulaski Highway. We're really zooming in here. West Martin Road, Basswood Road again. Okay, any of these in here, anywhere along Spring Creek, south of US 12, along the South Branch Galleon River, excuse me. Okay, you guys could be seeing some very, very strong wind gusts moving in here, possibly in excess of 70 miles per hour, approaching that 80 mile per hour mark. All right, these could very easily cause some pretty significant wind damage across far southern Berrien County. And even as these winds move closer to the radar site and get closer to the surface, we're continuing to see radar indicated velocities in excess of 75 miles an hour. So again, not going to totally rule out that destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning. If a destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning is issued, that is a life-threatening situation, and you need to treat that like you would a tornado warning, okay? Regardless of the destructive tag. Right now you need to be in an interior room, preferably on the lowest floor of a building. Thunderstorms of this magnitude do have the potential to significantly damage mobile homes. So you need to be on the lowest floor of a sturdy structure right now. And then when we throw hail mixed in there, that can also become a problem with wind-driven hail. So again, for your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. We're looking at 70 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail here. Okay, the winds may arrive before the thunderstorm actually arrives, so now is the time to move. Now is the time to get into shelter. As far north as Bridgman, okay? As far north as Berrien Springs, you guys need to be getting into your shelter. These winds here are pretty strong as well, around 50 to possibly 60 miles per hour, okay? New Buffalo, you guys are getting hit right now. Grand Beach, you guys are getting hit right now with 70 mile per hour winds, possibly greater. This is our big concern right now. Again, if you're anywhere south of the US 12 corridor there in southern Berrien County, you need to be on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. You have 70 plus mile per hour damaging winds incoming. All right, if you're north of US 12, you still need to be getting inside. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning, and the winds look to be expanding there a little bit. Okay, we can see over the last few frames here to the north of New Buffalo that we start to get some of those lighter colors in there, those lighter greens to lighter blue colors. Those are indicative of those stronger winds. We've got 70, 68 miles per hour there. Okay, just to the north of Lakeside, approaching Shorewood Hills, Sawyer, and New Troy. All right, you guys need to move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Also, still seeing some potential for some large hail in here as well. Probably less than an inch, but maybe is up to an inch in diameter, which is, sorry, this is not loading, which is up to 1 inch in diameter, quarter-size hail, okay? So definitely do not wait. Now's the time to move inside. New Buffalo is still being hit by those winds. If you're north of US 12, you've got another few minutes to get into shelter. Shorewood Hills, Sawyer, New Troy, Glendora, Lakeside, Dayton, Buchanan. All right, you guys need to move to shelter, and this is continuing right here. This is continuing to intensify as it tracks into southern Berrien County. All right. Again, we're seeing radar indicated velocities here of up to 70 miles per hour. Looks like we've got some 60s in there, 62 to the north of US 12, and then along and south of US 12, you've got radar indicated velocities up to 82 miles an hour there, 85 miles an hour, 86, 88, okay? These are very strong thunderstorms moving into the area, and you need to take appropriate action to protect yourself right now. Do not wait. These winds could be just ahead of the rain. Do not wait for it to start raining to move inside. Alright, this right here, this is what we call an outflow boundary or gust front. These are going to be where your winds may start. Okay, notice how we've got some lighter colors right there. Those may be where your winds are starting. So Three Oaks, you've only got another minute or so. Galleon, you've got maybe 4 minutes. Okay, these storms are moving quite quickly, and we're still seeing a pocket of stronger winds there as well, north of US 12. Again, these are 70 mile per hour winds. These storms have the potential to cause considerable damage to trees, roofs, vehicles, etc. And we'll flash this graphic up. That's their middle tag there. Considerable wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees likely. Considerable hail damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles likely. Need to move to the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Stay away from those doors and windows. Okay, you do not want to be outside for this. This is not your ordinary severe thunderstorm. This is not your ordinary summertime thunderstorm. This is a very strong storm moving into southern Berrien County here. Yeah, seeing lots of velocities, radar indicated velocities over 90 miles an hour now. 95 miles per hour. Would not be surprised to see a destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning come across the pipeline here. Yeah, AMS, we were just talking about the same thing. We're seeing now 97 miles per hour. Okay? Michiana Shores, Grand Beach, New Buffalo. You guys need to get in a basement, okay? If you're watching this stream right now, you guys need to get in a basement or a storm shelter right now. Okay, they have not issued a destructive tag warning for this yet, but we're seeing radar indicated velocities approaching 100 miles per hour. Those may or may not be mixing down to the surface. You don't want to find out if they are, okay? You guys need to get to a storm shelter or a basement, an interior-most closet. Need to treat that like a tornado warning at this point, okay? Same thing up here. Think this is a little bit of radar contamination here, but these are also starting to approach 70 miles per hour. All right? Everyone under this severe thunderstorm warning at this point needs to be inside, away from windows, in a sturdy building, and you need to consider moving to a basement or a storm shelter. Okay, these are very, very intense winds moving into the area. These have the potential to cause significant damage to trees. These trees can fall on your roof. Okay, you do not want to be on an upstairs floor of the building there. Need to be on the lowest floor of that building, away from windows. Still seeing 60 to 70s here. North of US 12 and especially south of US 12. You guys are getting some very, very strong winds. Is this going to hit WMIWX? WMIWX is up here, right here. You guys should mainly miss this, but these high winds are expanding northward a little bit, and you guys are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. So no immediate threats, but we are tracking these storms as they head into southern lower Michigan here, south of the I-94 corridor. So don't totally rule that out yet, but again, no immediate threats. Right? Okay. We have a 99.90 mile per hour radar indicated velocity. This is these are very, very, very intense storms. Okay, again, you guys need to be in a storm shelter or a basement on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from doors and windows. I'd be treating this like a tornado warning if I was down here in New Buffalo along the Michigan-Indiana border here. Anywhere south of US 12, I'd be treating this like a tornado warning until these storms move southeast out of lower Michigan. I'd be treating this like a tornado warning. You don't want to be outside or on the upper floor of a building with these kind of winds. Okay, Three Oaks, Galleon, Dayton, Bakertown, anywhere south of those locations, I'd be treating this like a tornado warning. Anywhere south of US 12 there. Okay, these winds are still somewhat elevated. They may not be mixing down to the surface as strong as radar is showing, but I would not wait to find out if they're mixing down to the surface. Okay. Again, you guys need to be treating this like a tornado warning in all honesty. Yep, and south of US 12, we're continuing to see winds. North of US 12, we're continuing to see winds intensify and expand in terms of the coverage. As far north as Bridgman now, you guys need to start paying really close attention to this as these winds start to ramp up as they approach the shoreline here. North of New Buffalo, Lakeside, Union Pier, anywhere from there up to New Troy and Glendora. So east of Lakeside and Union Pier and south of New Troy and Glendora, you guys may be in the same boat as the US 12 corridor here in a few moments. We're starting to see radar indicated velocities up to 70, 75 miles per hour as they move on shore here. Alright, so I got a question about WMIWX earlier. Again, we're watching these winds start to intensify just a little bit. Every scan, these brighter colors progress just a little bit further north as these storms get closer to the radar site. Alright, okay, and I believe we have a destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning coming in. Yep. Okay, so this is a life-threatening situation. This is a destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning, okay? Big pink text, this is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening storm. Okay, damaging wind gusts over 80 miles per hour can propel flying debris through the air at tornado-like wind speeds. Take immediate action to protect your life. Okay, you need to be in a storm shelter or a basement, in a bathtub, an interior hall closet, on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Okay, this has been upgraded to a destructive tag. Severe thunderstorm warning for 80 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Alright, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be heavily damaged. If you're in a mobile home, evacuate to a safer shelter right now. Expect considerable damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles. Extensive tree damage and power outages are likely. Alright, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. treat this like you would a tornado warning. This is a life-threatening situation for southern Berrien County. All right. Again, this is a life-threatening situation for southern Berrien County. Take immediate tornado precautions. Treat this severe thunderstorm warning like you would a tornado warning. You need to be in a storm shelter, in a basement, in a bathtub. Okay, definitely do not want to be near windows. Sorry, I just need to get this on Twitter quickly, guys, and then we'll get right back to live coverage. All right. Again, destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning in effect for southern Berrien County for 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is a life-threatening situation, especially along and south of US 12. You guys may be seeing winds in excess of 80 miles an hour through the evening, okay? Through the next hour or so, you guys will be seeing these winds. Again, this is a life-threatening situation. Treat this, like you would a tornado warning. You need to be in a basement or a storm shelter, the interior-most room on the lowest floor of a building, an interior hall closet, a bathtub. You do not want to be in an RV, in a camper, in a tent, in a mobile home, or out driving in this. These are extremely dangerous winds. This is a life-threatening situation. Okay? You need to take immediate action to protect your life. Again, treat this like you would a tornado warning. I know I keep saying that because it's really, really important that you treat this like a tornado warning. You do not want to be anywhere near winds of this magnitude. And for those of you just tuning in, we have a destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning in effect across southern Berrien County. We've got radar indicating winds over 80 miles per hour, primarily south of US 12 here, just moving out of New Buffalo, heading towards Three Oaks and Galleon. But anywhere in this severe thunderstorm warning, even if you're north of US 12, you need to be treating this like a tornado warning. This is a life-threatening situation. Not seeing radar velocities as high as they were a few scans ago, but still seeing over 80 miles per hour there near Three Oaks. Again, we're a little bit up above the surface here, so we're looking a little bit further up into the storm than we normally would. The radar is way over here. This is the radar site, so the curvature of the Earth, so we're looking up into this storm at about 4,000 or so feet, maybe a little bit more than 4,000 feet. So these winds are probably not mixing down to the surface as strong as radar is suggesting here, but they could be, okay? You don't want to wait to see if they are. You need to move to a storm shelter, a basement. Don't wait, okay? Just go now. This is a life-threatening situation. And we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for the far southeastern portion of Berrien County, including Bertrand, south of the US 12 corridor there, as well as far southern portions of Cass County along US 12 there, and M62 along Redfield Road. Okay, this is for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So this is another considerable tag severe thunderstorm warning. So that's that middle category there. And then for the remainder of Berrien County, you're in that final tag, that destructive tag, severe thunderstorm warning. All right. So majority of Berrien County, southern Berrien County, you guys are under a life-threatening situation, a destructive tag, severe thunderstorm warning. Southeastern Berrien County, as near Bertrand, and then far southern Cass County, you guys are under that considerable tag, severe thunderstorm warning. Aaron Van Buren, light tornado warning or Amber Alert stuff? Yeah, exactly. Yes, it does set off EAS on your phone, or it should. It should do the WIA wireless emergency alerts if you have those enabled, which you should have enabled, by the way. But it should do that. If it didn't, it doesn't matter if it didn't at this point. The warning is here. Okay? This is a life-threatening situation. You need to take shelter right now in a storm shelter, basement, an interior hall closet, a bathtub. Treat this like you would a tornado warning. Okay, this has the ability to have the same impacts. We're talking about flying debris here. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Okay, this is the hazard with winds this speed, is flying debris. Okay, this can have nearly the same impacts as a tornado. So we're going to continue to track these storms as they move into Three Oaks and begin to head more towards Galleon. We're still seeing radar indicated velocities over 80 miles per hour, approaching 85 miles per hour. Again, this is a destructive storm. This is a life-threatening situation for far southern Berrien County there. All right. If you're in southeastern Berrien County or far southern Cass County, you're not quite to that life-threatening situation yet, but there's still very strong storms south of US 12 there in Cass County. So you guys need to be taking the appropriate action. You need to be moving indoors, away from doors and windows. And then if you're anywhere in southern Berrien County, you need to be treating this like a tornado warning. Thankfully, winds have calmed down a little bit in this latest scan. Still at that 80 mile per hour mark, that 75 to 80 mile per hour mark, however. So continue to take shelter there. Let's take a look at power outages here. Doesn't look like anything has been updated there. Let's move away from that radar site a second here. Yeah, we don't have any updates there for power outages yet. We'll take a look at that later. Perhaps I can pull up consumers map, but I think Great Lakes Energy covers that down there. Or Michigan, Indiana Power, maybe even. Just to see what kind of impacts we're seeing down there. Okay, so they're decreasing even more, which is good, but again, we're still seeing some indications on radar of 80 mile per hour or 75 to 80 mile per hour velocity. So continue to stay sheltered until this warning is expired. How's it looking for South Bend? South Bend, Indiana. Let's see here. You guys are under a considerable tag severe thunderstorm warning. It is heading your way. I think the bulk of the stronger winds will dive south of you guys. Okay, again, here's South Bend right here. And here is our cluster of greatest thunderstorm winds. Right in that area there, but you still have this area here. Let me pause this loop here. Still have this area here that is probably going to nick South Bend there. So don't discount this yet, even though the bulk of the winds are going to miss you guys to the south. You still have some 60 to 75 mile per hour winds through here that are going to travel right through South Bend there, probably the southern side of South Bend and the southern side of Mishawaka, Indiana there. All right. Lakeside, you guys look to be pretty well in the clear here. Still have some strong winds moving on shore, but nothing like we saw a few minutes ago. Union Pier, you guys are going to be in the same boat here. At New Buffalo, you guys will be in the same boat. Grand Beach, you guys are generally in the clear, but Galleon, Dayton, Bakertown, anywhere south of there, you guys need to continue to remain sheltered for the next several minutes here. Curran Road, let's see here, I'm trying to get some street names. Sage Road, Curran Road, let me see here, what do we got here? That looks like a private drive. Oak Forest Road, south of US 12 there. You guys need to stay sheltered for the next several minutes. Again, destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning in effect. This is a life-threatening situation south of US 12 there for the next several minutes. South of Buchanan, south of Niles for the next several minutes. Continue to stay sheltered. This won't really have an impact on Michigan, but I would not be surprised to see this severe thunderstorm warning here. Would not be surprised to see this severe thunderstorm warning upgraded to a destructive tag as well. Alright, we're looking at even better scans here. A lot less concerning as compared to a few minutes ago. Still some very strong winds capable of producing damage, 55 to maybe 75 miles an hour along US 12 there east of Three Oaks, just south of Galleon, moving towards Bertrand and the far northern portion of Indiana along Interstate 80 and 90 there. So continue to stay sheltered if you're anywhere in southern Berrien County. And then for extreme southern Cass County, you guys need to be very alert here over the next half hour or so with the potential for severe thunderstorm winds to expand northward a little bit and impact far southern Cass County south of US 12 there. I think that Cass County will generally be okay as these winds continue to dive south, but we're of course going to continue to watch. And this little bow shape we have here, given its orientation southward, I would expect this to continue to dive even further south over the next few minutes, but we still have some winds here that could impact any of these areas right through here south of US 12 for about the next half hour. So we're going to continue to watch this. Also keeping an eye on this activity over here near Chicago just for another few moments here. Again, for those of you who are just tuning in, if you're south of US 12 east of Three Oaks, this is a life-threatening situation. You need to treat this like a tornado warning and stay sheltered for another few moments here. Looking at the potential for flying debris and 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts may cause flying debris. This flying debris is dangerous to those caught without shelter. Okay, this is not your ordinary severe thunderstorm. This is a life-threatening situation. This is the highest possible severe thunderstorm warning that can be issued. Right? Again, I know I've shown this a lot, but I'm going to throw this up one more time, just in case anyone is just joining us. Even so, we're looking a lot better. Still showing velocities of 60, 65 miles per hour here. South of US 12, south of Buchanan, just southeast of Buchanan there. Right. So continue to stay sheltered for just another few minutes. If you're anywhere south of Galion, south of Dayton, south of Bakertown, south of Buchanan. Looks like the bulk of the winds missed us here across southern Berrien County pretty well. Cass County, you guys are probably going to be totally in the clear here. Maybe extreme southern Cass County, far southwestern Cass County, but the majority of Cass County is going to be okay. Sturgis is not going to be hit by this. By the very intense winds that we're seeing here. We may see Sturgis get hit with some showers and storms with this northern extent as this system continues to track this way. So you guys may get this little piece right here. And then we've got some additional showers and storms developing back here, but not anything like what we're seeing down here approaching South Bend, Indiana, and affecting the southern portion of Berrien County there, where a destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for 80-mile-per-hour winds and flying debris. Again, this entire area is under a severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. We're going to stay live for just another few moments here until these winds are totally out of Michigan and moving into Indiana. Looks like we've got just another few moments here along the US 12 corridor there where we need to be concerned. Again, if you're under this destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning across southern Berrien County, you need to remain sheltered for another few moments. If you're in far southeastern Berrien County or far southwestern and far southern Cass County along the US 12 corridor there, you guys need to be inside on the lowest floor of a building. You don't necessarily need to be taking tornado precautions at this point, but we have the potential for some wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour to be impacting areas south of the US 12 corridor there in Cass and Berrien counties. very quickly, there is a new mesoscale discussion. There we go. That I would like to read here a moment. Okay, so we are looking at a southeastward track. Which is good. Means that these storms are going to be moving largely out of lower Michigan. And I would imagine that they will allow the Berrien County warning to expire here in the next couple of minutes, or they will cancel it early here, as these winds are really starting to weaken. Still have some severe criteria wind gusts being indicated by radar. Some 60s there, southeast of Galleon and the US 12 corridor there. So continue to remain sheltered there between US 12 and US 31 and Dayton Road in far southern Berrien County there, south of Buchanan and Bakertown, west of Bertrand. Again, Cass County, it looks like you guys are going to be largely okay, but if you're in that severe thunderstorm warning in far southern Cass County, go ahead and take it seriously and move indoors. You're going to have very frequent lightning moving into the area regardless. So anywhere south of Dowagiac, you guys are going to have pretty frequent cloud-to-ground lightning moving into the area. Again, we have some additional activity developing here that's pushing off to the east and southeast. So we can anticipate some additional showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder and some gusty winds, maybe some small hail, generally south of I-96, south of Muskegon, as we head into the overnight hours, but not expecting anything like this up near the Grand Rapids area. We'll stay live again just for another few moments until this wind threat completely moves out of the area. And if you're in southern Berrien County here, continue to remain sheltered for another few moments. Extreme southern Cass County, continue to remain sheltered. Looks like we are pretty much through the worst of it here, but we still have some strong to severe winds with the potential to cause some damage along the US 12 corridor there. If you guys are in these areas and you have storm reports to share with us, please do so. Right there with the link at on the screen there, www.westmichiganweather.net/storm reports. We'd really appreciate that. Let us know what's going on there, whether you have measured or estimated wind gusts, or if you have damage at your property, hail, please definitely let us know. And flooding, tornado, funnel, and wall cloud as well. We'll definitely get those on our map as well, but we're definitely interested in any wind damage down there right now. So Right, looks like the bulk of our higher winds here are going to be south of our state line there, which is definitely good news. Let me switch to a different color here. So this is where our bulk of our winds are going to be now. We got a little pocket right here near Three Oaks still, but it looks for the most part that we're going to be able to end our stream here in a few moments, but we'll stay on the air here just a little bit longer until these winds completely move out of the state here. And taking a broader look here, we have additional showers and storms that are developing generally south of Muskegon here, about to move on shore, so we can expect some additional showers and thunderstorms generally south of the Muskegon to Saginaw line through the remainder of the evening and into the overnight hours. And then just for another few moments here, we'll see some potential for some hail and some damaging winds across far southern Berrien County there. Probably just need another scan or two. So if there's questions in chat that you would like to see if I can answer, I'm happy to do that. If you know anyone down there in southern Berrien County, now is definitely the time to get on the phone with them and make sure that they're okay down there. If they have any damage or other reports, we'd love to get them if you want to send those over to us. I'll flash that graphic up on the screen really quick one more time. There's a link right there on your screen, westmichiganweather.net/storm reports. Sorry about that, AMS. Thank you for pointing that out to me. Somehow I hit my mute button. We no longer have heat-related products in effect. Showers and storms may continue to impact West Michigan through the evening and overnight period. Severe thunderstorm warnings that were previously in effect for Cass and Berrien counties have been canceled. All that activity has moved off to the south of the state line there. And the severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect across Cass, St. Joseph, and Berrien County until 2 a.m., I would expect that will be allowed to get canceled here now that this complex of thunderstorms has moved off to the southeast. So really no more additional severe weather anticipated across West Michigan this evening, but we will continue to monitor that threat. It should be much nicer as we head towards the holiday weekend, not as oppressively hot. Some rain chances, some thunderstorm chances, but not anything like we've seen the last several days. So with that, we'll go ahead and end this live stream here. Thanks everyone who tuned in. Please make sure that you're subscribed to us, like us on Facebook. It's totally free and it really helps us a lot. Share with your family and friends. Make sure that they're weather aware and ready for the next big event. So thank you all so much.